What if the battle against your anxiety is the one thing keeping you trapped? What if peace isn't something you have to win, but something you simply have to allow? There is a wisdom that doesn't fight the storm. It teaches us how to become the calm at its center. For so long, you have been at war with your own mind. There is a voice inside, the inner critic, the worrier. It tells you what could go wrong. It replays your mistakes. And you fight back. You tell it to be quiet. You try to replace anxious thoughts with positive ones. You try to reason with them, to rationalize them away. This creates a constant battle, a civil war inside your own head. And it is exhausting. It feels like being trapped in a dense thicket. The more you struggle, the more entangled you become. You yearn for an open field, for a clear sky, for silence. But the noise only seems to get louder. What if the problem was never the noise itself? What if the real problem is the struggle? The assumption that you must defeat your thoughts to find peace. Zen wisdom offers a different path, a gentler way. It begins not with a fight, but with a simple, profound act of observation. Are you ready to just watch? The first teaching of Zen is revolutionary in its simplicity. Your thoughts are not you. And your thoughts are not permanent. Imagine your mind is the vast, open sky. It is clear. It is boundless. It is eternally calm. Your thoughts, your feelings, your anxieties, they are merely clouds passing through the sky. Some clouds are light and puffy. Some are dark and stormy. They drift in. They linger for a while. And then, they drift away. But through it all, the sky remains unchanged, untouched. Our mistake is that we identify with the clouds. We grasp onto them. We believe we are them. We think, I am anxious. Zen invites us to reframe this with gentle precision. There is a feeling of anxiety passing through me. This small shift in language creates a massive shift in perspective. You stop being the storm cloud, and you become the sky that holds it. From this spacious perspective, you don't have to fight the clouds. You don't have to push them away. That would be as futile as trying to command the wind. Your only task is to notice them, to watch them form, to see their shape, their color, and to watch them with gentle, impersonal curiosity as they eventually dissolve on their own. There is nothing to fix, only something to observe. The very act of non-judgmental observation robs the anxious thought of its power, because anxious thoughts feed on your resistance, on your struggle, on your attention. When you simply watch, without getting involved in the drama, you stop feeding them, and they begin to starve of their own accord. Peace is not the absence of clouds. Peace is remembering you are the sky. As the Zen master Shunryu Suzuki said, "Let your thoughts come and go. Just don't serve them tea." But how do we observe without our old habits of judgment taking over? Our minds are so quick to label everything. This is good. This is bad. This is my anxiety again. For this, Zen offers a beautiful concept called Shoshin. It means beginner's mind. A beginner's mind is open. It is empty. It is ready for anything. It approaches the world without the heavy baggage of the past. Think of how a child sees a seashell for the very first time. They don't know its name. They don't know if it's good or bad. They just see its shape, its colors, its texture. They are filled with pure, unfiltered wonder. We can bring this same quality of fresh attention to our inner world. When the feeling of anxiety arises, we usually meet it with our expert's mind. This mind is full of old stories and future fears. Oh, here it is again. This is going to ruin my day. I hate this feeling. The expert's mind is closed. It thinks it already knows everything about this feeling. Beginner's mind invites a radically different response. Instead of labeling the feeling, you get curious about it. You drop the story, and you investigate the raw, physical sensation. What does this feeling actually feel like in my body, right now? Is it a tightness in the chest? A warmth in the stomach? A vibration in my hands? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it moving? You approach your own feelings like a gentle scientist, or a curious explorer. With curiosity, not criticism. This practice dissolves the fear. Because fear thrives on the stories we tell ourselves about a feeling. When you strip away the story, you are left with just a pure sensation. A sensation that, like a cloud, is temporary and will eventually pass. Beginner's mind allows you to see your inner world not as a battlefield, but as a fascinating, ever-changing landscape, worthy of your quiet, kind attention. This sounds peaceful in theory. But how do we practice this when our minds are racing? We need an anchor to hold us in the present moment. Let us practice together now. This is not about achieving a special state. It is simply about arriving where you already are. Find a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Allow your body to be supported. You can gently close your eyes, or lower your gaze to the floor. Begin by bringing your attention to your breath. Don't try to change it in any way. Don't try to control it. Your body knows how to breathe. Simply notice the breath as it is. Notice the feeling of the cool air entering your nostrils. Notice the gentle rise of your chest and belly as you inhale, and the gentle fall as you exhale. This breath is your anchor. It is always here. It is always in the present moment. Inevitably, your mind will wander. This is what minds do. It is their nature. It will drift to a memory from the past, a worry about the future, a sound in the room. When you notice this has happened, there is no need for frustration, no need for self-criticism. That is the old way, the way of struggle. The new way is gentle, kind, When you notice your mind has wandered, you can silently say to yourself, thinking. And then, with the kindness you would show a small puppy that has wandered off, gently guide your attention back. Back to the anchor. Back to the simple, physical sensation of breathing. Inhale. Pause 3 seconds. Exhale. Pause 3 seconds. Each time you return to the breath, you are training your attention. You are not building a fortress to keep thoughts out. That is the way of the warrior. This is the way of the watcher. You are cultivating a vast, peaceful space where thoughts can come and go, without disturbing the quiet stillness at your core. This practice is your homecoming, a return to the peace that is already here. Our second practice can be done anywhere, anytime, with your eyes open. It takes the wisdom of beginner's mind off the cushion and into the flow of your life. We will call it observing the inner weather. Throughout your day, whenever you feel a strong emotion arise, a wave of anxiety, a flash of anger, a pang of sadness, the first step is simply to pause. Just for one breath. Instead of immediately reacting or getting swept away by it, become a meteorologist of your own mind. Take a gentle, inner step back. The second step is to label what you are experiencing. Not as you, but as a passing event. For example, if you feel a surge of worry before a meeting, you can say to yourself, silently, the inner weather report shows, a storm of worry is passing through. Or, there is a feeling of tightness in the chest. Or even more simply, worrying. This simple act of noting, of labeling, is incredibly powerful. It creates a small, precious gap between you, the observer, and the emotion, the observed. In that gap, there is freedom. There is choice. The third step is to get curious, with your beginner's mind. What color is this feeling? What is its texture? Does it have a sound or a temperature? There are no right or wrong answers. This isn't an analysis. The goal is to change your entire relationship with the feeling. From one of fearful resistance, to one of gentle, accepting observation. You learn, through direct experience, that all inner weather patterns, no matter how intense, are temporary. The storm will pass. The fog will lift. The sun will return. And you, the sky, will remain. The anxious mind tells you that you must fight, that you must build walls, that you must be ever vigilant. The wisdom of Zen offers a quiet revolution. It suggests that true peace is not found in victory, but in surrender. Not a surrender of weakness, but a courageous surrender to the natural, ever-changing flow of life. You learn to watch your thoughts like clouds, with a gentle, non-judgmental gaze. You learn to approach your feelings with a beginner's mind, full of curiosity instead of fear. And you find your anchor in the simple, profound reality of your own breath. This is the path of inner peace. It does not promise a life without storms, but it reveals the vast, peaceful sky that is always present, just behind the clouds. In our last video, an ancient Stoic fix for modern anxiety and overthinking, we learned how to build a fortress. It is a powerful tool of logic and inner strength. Today, Zen has taught us that sometimes the most powerful act is to open the gates and let the wind blow through. One teaches you how to be the rock, the other, how to be the water. Both paths lead to a calmer mind. Which path speaks to your heart more today? I leave you with this question: what is one thought, one feeling, that you can simply allow to be there today, without needing to fix or change it? Share your reflections in the comments below. Your journey to peace is a gentle one. Be kind to yourself along the way.